Welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Edo State is in the news again. Okpebholo PDP clash over control of two local government areas. According to Vanguard, the fate of the 18 local government chairmen and their vice chairmen in Edo State appeared sealed, with high-ranking members of the All Progressive Congress positioning themselves to take over the councils. This move was prompted by the fact that the 192 elected councillors and all appointed supervisory councillors were from the People's Democratic Party, who had opposed the election of Governor Monday Okpebholo. The situation became more tense as political maneuvering intensified, with the APC seeing an opportunity to strengthen its hold over the local councils. However, the situation shifted after the recent Supreme Court ruling on financial autonomy for local government areas and a clarification by Attorney General and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi following the suspension of the chairmen and their deputies by the State House of Assembly. These developments led the governor and his allies to reassess their strategy as they sought to avoid further legal battles and ensure that any action taken were constitutionally valid. The Edo State House of Assembly has suspended the chairman and vice chairman in response to a letter from Governor Okpebholo accusing them of gross misconduct and insubordination. Following this, the House moved to appoint leaders from the legislative arms to take over the councils. This move was seen by many as a potential shift in power dynamics within the states, as it gives the legislative branch control over the councils temporarily. However, hours later, the Edo State High Court issued a ruling that preserved the status quo, effectively halting any action by the state government regarding the suspension. The court ordered that no action be taken on the suspension until the motion filed by the chairman and the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria (ALGON) was heard and determined. The case was adjourned to January 17, 2025. This ruling further complicated the political landscape in Edo State as both the APC and the PDP sought ways to navigate the legal and political complexities involved. This legal ruling left the government with the option to impeach the chairman and vice chairman, which will allow the APC to take control of the councils through elected councillors. However, this path remained uncertain due to the legal injunction. The PDP and ALGON, which has supported the chairman, emphasized that the rule of law and constitutional provisions supported the retention of their positions. They remained resolute in their commitment to defending the constitutionality of the elected officials' tenure. Well, the intrigues continue in Edo State. We are seeing the beauty of democracy in Edo State as regards how the people at the local government level can stand for their right through the court of law from the state government. They can easily ask for their right, what belongs to them. Of course, if it were in the military setting, by a military fiat, the local government would just be scrapped and then a new set of leaders will just be put in place by military decree. But this is the beauty of democracy. When a step is taken, you have every right to ask why. If you are not giving satisfactory answer, you can go to the court for your interpretation of what has been said or done, and you can either return undone the situation or you leave it the way it is or you return to status quo. And that's the beauty of democracy. In this case in Edo State, we can see that the rule of law has taken strong effect, thereby making sure that the state government's hand is left at bay. They couldn't just do anything they like because the court of law has spoken that the local government has autonomy. They are democratically elected people, elected by the people, and the law supports them. It is constitutional. So as a result of that, nobody can just come from anywhere and remove the people, which is very, very good. This is very welcome. So then the state government is not looking for another means aside from legal means, meaning that legally he has lost. The government at a state level in Edo State has lost. So they are looking for other means. And other means aside the law is probably a particular backdoor means. Of course, one of the means is to find a way to impeach the current chairman and their vice, then seat their own party councillor to be in charge, thereby having a strong hold on the party and in the states too, and they want to have the full control of the local government. But then let's wait and see if the councillors are going to cooperate with the state government, thereby thwarting the efforts of their chairman and vice chairman. Let's see, we still keep our fingers crossed. That's number one. Number two, of course, the people at the local government level have every right, because the July 17 the decision by the Supreme Court has given the full autonomy. So we are expecting that the people at the local government level too should be able to stand and fight for their right. Then the leaders should give the dividends of democracy to the people. This is very vital, very important, very germane if they still want to maintain their office and retain it, if they want the people's support. Because if by adventure the state government is trying to use its might to outwit them in through an illegal means, they can get the sympathy of the people and still retain their seats in their local government. After all, democracy is government of the people, by the people and for the people. If the people say they want these men, I don't see what the state governor is going to do against the will of the people. And that is what is expected to prevail even in democracy. But we are looking at how Governor Okpebholo is going to play this game by making sure that he unseats this chairman, yet he did not violate the law. We want to see the intrigue. We want to see the politician inside the government at the center in Edo State. We want to see what Okpebholo is going to do. And I hope he's not going to go through a hook and crook means. Well, let's wait and see, because we are in Nigeria, that all sorts of things are currently in Rivers State, and a few number of lawmakers are already passing the budget, while the majority also have decamped to another party. They refuse to resign, and the governor continue to give budget to a sizable, or no, it's a very small number of people in order for him to pass, for them to pass the budget. They couldn't do another election to bring in more elected members into a house assembly. A lot of things became, stand still. We're looking at what this governor in Edo State is going to do. Maybe it is going to toe the path of his own colleague in Rivers State and continue illegality we would like to see. But above all, of course, the will of the people is expected to prevail, and that shall be. As the rule of law had already prevailed, we hope that they will continue to obey what the law has said, and then Nigeria will be a better place for it. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to this channel. Thank